friends, welcome to I Can Do Math. I'm Miss Lindsay and I am so excited to be learning with you today. Before we get started, I want us to do something together to help prepare our minds to learn. Repeat after me. Say, I can do math. Great job. I believe that and I hope that you do too. Speaking of things we can do, our I can statement for today is I can compare fractions with different numerators and denominators. And in this video, you'll learn how to do just that by listening and responding to me as you watch. But you might be saying to yourself, Miss Lindsay, I think I need a review on fractions. And that's okay. Check out this video right here where we talk about fractions, what they are, and their numerators and denominators. But if you're ready to jump in, that's awesome. Go ahead and press pause, grab a pencil and some paper, and let's get started. I want us to review something together that you've probably learned before. We're going to be comparing two fractions, and I want you to get your hands ready and tell me if the first fraction is greater than, less than, or equal to the second fraction. Let's take a look. Is 5/7 greater than, less than, or equal to 3/7? Get your hands ready. That's right. 5/7 is greater than 3/7. So let's go ahead and write that in. Now what about 2/7? Is 2/7 greater than, less than, or equal to 2/5? 2/7 is less than 2/5. Great job. What about 2/4? 2/4, is it less than, greater than, or equal to 1/2? Great job. 2/4 and 1/2 are equal. That's because 2/4 equals 1/2. And one more. 3/8. Is 3/8 greater than, less than, or equal to 7/8? That's right, it's less than. 3/8 is less than 7/8. It's a good thing we're talking about fractions, and I am so glad you're here. You see, my sister and we're having a little bit of a competition. She loves to run. How many of you love to run? Great. I don't really like to run, but I do love a good competition. I want to see if I ran farther this morning than my sister did. Will you help me? Great. Let's take a closer look. So my sister told me that she ran 3/4 of a mile this morning, and I ran 2/3 of a mile. So if we want to know who ran farther this morning, then we're going to have to compare these fractions. One way we can compare fractions with different numerators and denominators is by drawing number lines. So go ahead and grab that pencil and paper you got earlier, and let's draw number lines together. So I'll draw this first number line, and this one is going to represent how far my sister ran. Since I'm comparing, I'll write my next number line right underneath it, which will represent how far I ran. The number line's going to start at 0, so will this one, and end at 1. So for this top number line, I'm going to represent how far my sister ran. So I need to write as many jumps as parts in my whole. In 3/4, we have 4 parts. So I'm going to write 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4, but we already know that that's one whole. So now for my second number line, this is going to represent what fraction of a mile I ran. My jumps are going to be how many parts are in my whole. Can you tell me how many parts are in my whole fraction? How many jumps will I make? Great job! Since I have 2/3, I'll be making 3 jumps. I have 3 parts. So it will be 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. But like we said before, we just write that as 1. So I'm going to put a dot on the fraction of a mile that my sister ran, which we said is 3/4. And I'm going to put another dot on the fraction of a mile that I ran, which is 2/3. Now we'll go ahead and take our pencils and draw a line right here through the fraction that my sister ran. And you see where it hits this number line, that's helping us compare these fractions. This shows that 3/4 is the greatest fraction because this is where 3/4 would be on my second number line. So 3/4 is greater than 2/3. Oh no, it looks like my sister did run more than me this morning because 3/4 is greater than 2/3. But that's okay, at least we know how to compare fractions with different numerators and denominators using number lines. But I have an idea. What if in the next video, we find a fraction greater than 3/4 so that when my sister runs 3/4 of a mile tomorrow, I can run more than her? That means that you'll have to make sure to watch Comparing Fractions Part 2. Remember, you can do math, and I'll see you guys in the next video.